Since we've been putting out videos last couple of weeks, we've been getting a lot of questions about single action only conversions. Why you would do them, is one better than the other? So we're going to talk about that here. I will let you know we only convert manual safety guns to single action only, just for safety reasons. But there are some differences here. I'm going to give you my opinion for whatever that's worth, but just keep in mind it's an opinion. So there are people out there that are going to swear you need to do it because it's better. Then there's going to be people that tell you shouldn't. Honestly, for a defense gun, I like to have the double action because you can chamber around, decock a hammer, and then carry it like a revolver. So you have this long, heavy double action trigger pull that you're not going to pull by accident. But if you had to use the gun in a defensive situation, in an emergency, you can draw that gun up, pull the trigger, and it's going to go off. You don't have to worry about a safety, racking the slide, or anything like that. For a range, you know, if you're going to compete with the gun or just plinking at the range, generally only your first shot's double action. So there's really nothing there that you're getting a whole lot of benefit out of. No reason to go one way or the other. I will tell you that there's no difference in the trigger pull, really. So the trigger here that we have, they're just pivot points. You know, the way they sit in the gun is a little bit different. But the single action pull is made from your hammer and sear. It's not made from the trigger at all. So if you install a single action only trigger on a gun and you measure from the center of the trigger here, there's not going to be a difference in the weight that you pull. The only thing that makes a little bit of sense is that this trigger is curved, so it forces you to put your finger in the middle of the trigger. Whereas on the flat trigger, you can put your finger a little bit further down, which gives you more leverage, and it's going to pull a little bit lighter. It's not a drastic difference. You're talking about maybe what I've seen Cajun triggers like that. I've seen about a quarter-pound difference. So if that's significant to you, it might make sense. Another thing is that the double action triggers, you know, this is made out of hardened stainless steel, so it's incredibly tough. It's guaranteed. We guarantee these forever. The single action only triggers, at least the only ones that I've seen, they're all aluminum. So they're made out of 7075 aluminum, which is pretty tough stuff, but eventually it can wear. If you're installing the trigger in the gun and you don't get the pin quite lined up, you can do some damage to this one. But there's a lot of variety out there too. So we carry two different single action only triggers, but you can go to places like Armory Craft, and they just have all kinds of different shapes and colors available that'll work in the guns. I really appreciate y'all's feedback on this, and if there's anything that you questions that you have or a video that you'd like to see, just let us know.